I live and work in Malaysia, but every chance I get, I will take a trip to Bangkok as I fell in love with the place since my first trip a few years back. On my last trip to Thailand, I really did not want to go back to Malaysia. I'm a single guy and I just found Thai women so attractive, more attractive than other countries. Just something about them that really gets me. They are cute, nice smiles, and I even like their accent when they try to speak English. There isn't many, if any, Thai girls working in Malaysia, so trying to find one to date or even befriend was next to impossible. So I decided that I'm going to try out online dating. I had heard some success stories about guys meeting Thais online, but I also know that with some good stories come some bad stories, so I was always going to keep my guard up. I was aware that there were many scammers and freelancers on these apps, and that some of them are really good at their craft, so you always have to be careful. I tried out Thai Friendly, created a profile, set everything up, and was ready to start swiping. The first thing I noticed was the amount of freelancers on there. I was flooded with messages. Want to meet tonight? Long time, short time? It was insane, but I guess it's a quick and easy way for them to get customers. And it's perfect for guys on holiday there that just want to find a quick fling. After going through a lot of matches and weeding through them, clearing out the scammers and freelancers, I came across 3 girls that I was interested in, but 2 of them spoke little English, which is not exactly ideal for online dating. I know it's us that should be learning their language, but obviously communication is important with online dating. The one that did speak great English, her name was Ploy, and she was perfect in terms of looks, by far my favourite girl I came across on the app. I was just hoping she wasn't on the game or a scammer looking for money. To be honest, I felt she was a little bit out of my league with the way that she looked, and I did not expect to reply back to my messages, as I bet she would have received a lot of messages daily. She told me she is not a bar girl and does no sort of tourist entertainment, which is something I was happy about. Though I was warned about lies, so I was taking everything she said with a pinch of salt. We began talking a lot. In the early days, it was just a few messages because she was working a job where her shifts would change, so I wouldn't know exactly when to expect a reply. It left me constantly checking my phone to see if she had replied. It got me excited like I was a teenager falling in love, though I did think I did actually fall in love with her just during our conversations. We both said that we was looking for something serious and not just a one-time thing. I found out from our chats that she was well educated, did not work in the nightlife scene, and had her own condo where she lived alone. She is very beautiful, and like I said earlier, I felt like she was out of my league, but she seemed into me, so I went along with it. It's hard to believe that a girl that looks the way she does is actually single. Even though it was just an online thing for now, I caught feelings big time, and I got a bit soppy and found a florist in Bangkok to deliver some flowers to her work. She seemed over the moon with the gesture and very appreciative. About a month after we had been chatting every day and video calling, I thought it would be nice to finally meet her, but I wasn't sure if she thought it was a bit too early. Me, on the other hand, was looking forward to seeing her as soon as I could. So one day, I suggested the idea of me flying to Bangkok to meet her and if she would be happy with seeing me in person. It turns out I was worried for no reason. She seemed really keen on the idea of me flying over. I was actually surprised with how happy and excited she was. She went on to say she would take some time off work when I arrived so we can spend the days together. I knew she worked long hours and was tired from work, so I suggested that we could go to Pattaya, get a nice hotel and either chill around the pool or the beach. She liked the thought of this idea and said that relaxing just around the hotel would be nice for her. During this time, before I was to go to Thailand to meet her, I was thinking, and maybe overthinking actually, does she really like me? Is this a scam? Could this actually lead to something serious? Unfortunately, our meet didn't go to plan. Ploy met me at the airport in Bangkok, where we was going to get a taxi to our hotel in Pattaya. But when we met, it was just, "Hi, how was the flight?" There was no hugging, kissing, or any physical contact for that matter. It felt really awkward. When we got into the taxi to head to Pattaya, the taxi driver spoke more than she did. She was quiet pretty much the whole trip, hardly said 2 words to me. At first I was thinking maybe it's because she's tired from her job and just wants to relax, or maybe she thinks I'm ugly in person. Maybe she changed her mind but it was too late to cancel. I don't know, my mind was racing. I did try and start conversation, but it was just like talking to a brick wall. I didn't get much of a reply and I felt like she was not interested at all. Once we got to the hotel, which was a nice expensive one by the way, there was still lots of awkward silence. She seemed to care more about being on her phone than actually engaging in conversation with me. Luckily, I had been nice and booked a room with 2 double beds, but at the time in my head I was hoping that we would only be using one. Once we settled into the hotel, I tried to keep the conversation going by asking her questions like how her day was, how's her family. I knew I had limited time with her, so I wanted to make the most of it. I told her I was going to get a shower and she could rest. Once I came out the shower, she was asleep in one of the beds. I got dressed and got onto the other bed, playing with my phone until she woke up. Maybe I was right, maybe she was just tired. About an hour later, she woke up and without saying a single word to me, she went to get a shower. So far, this has gone nothing like I had imagined. Luckily, I was thinking if this gets any more worse or she wants to leave me, at least I'm in Pattaya and it won't be hard for me to find some different company. I asked her if she would like to go for some dinner, to which we did. Again, nothing exciting, though she seemed to be less shy and slightly more talkative. After the dinner, I asked if she would like to go to a bar and get a drink. Maybe this would loosen her up. It didn't. She was glued to her phone and I could have quite easily fell asleep. It was a total nightmare, nothing like our conversations online. The first day went terrible. It was now day 2. Could this be a better day for us? It for sure can't get any worse. I hoped she would feel more happy around me today after a good night's rest. In the late morning, we went out for breakfast, followed by a drink and a massage. Then we headed back to the hotel and relaxed by the pool. Surprisingly, we was talking more now and she explained that she had just been cranky from work and was a bit shy when she first met me. I was happy to learn that she still liked me, or though I thought. We went for a walk along the beach road and we was even holding hands. It was quite the opposite from the first day. After we had walked along the beach and got back to the hotel, I realised that I took her signals wrong again and she was back to showing no interest whatsoever. Again, her phone became more important than interacting with me. Looking back, maybe I was too lonely when I found Ploy on a dating app, because the way we spoke, I was falling in love with her and our chats was great online, so I thought she was falling for me too. Maybe that was just stupid thinking my side. I felt like a fool begging for her attention. I know I'm not the most handsome guy in the world, but I wouldn't say that I'm ugly. That night, as I laid in one bed and Ploy laid in the other bed playing on her phone, I was thinking, maybe I made the wrong choice and I'm wasting my money here. Why don't I just leave and have some fun in Pattaya? But me being smitten by Ploy, I guess I still thought there might be a chance and she will become interested in me. On the 3rd day, we had another relaxing day around the pool. Later I said, "Do you want to get some beers, watch a movie in the same bed tonight?" She refused again and showed no interest in being with me. At this point, I was really down and could quite clearly see that she was not interested in being with me, and I found myself asking, why am I here? Even if she did not like me in person, she could have shown a little bit of appreciation that I'd flown over to see her, spent all the money on the trip and paid for everything. Not once did she pay or offer to pay for anything that we did. This was my first time being with a Thai girl that isn't a paid companion, and I was thinking maybe that this is just normal how Thai foreign relationships work. I don't know. It's weird how I was feeling. I did feel like I was in love with this girl, even though she was cold as ice. I was really hoping that I could be her boyfriend and have a great relationship. I could quite easily do the long distance relationship thing, flying to Bangkok every chance I got to be with her, and even told her this during our trip. But again, I felt no feelings or interest from her. Anyway, it was our last day. Again, we did pretty much nothing, and then it was time to head back to Bangkok airport for me to fly back to Malaysia. At the airport, I decided to tell her how I really felt. I told her that I had deep feelings for her since we started talking online, and that I flew all the way over just for her, and she's shown me no interest or appreciation at all. I pretty much cried my heart out to her, hoped she would see how I really felt. She said, "We can see what happens next time you come." But the way she said it to me, I already knew that there wasn't going to be a next time. I had a feeling once I got on the plane that I will never hear from her again. 2 days after being back in Malaysia, I hadn't had no communication with her until I finally gave in and messaged her because I could not get her off my mind. I simply said, "Hi Ploy, can you be straight with me? Do you like me? Is it worth me even trying, or am I wasting my time?" She replied with the common line, "Sorry, you are a nice man, but I am not looking for anything serious right now." Which obviously means she's just not interested in me. If she really wasn't looking for anything serious, then she wouldn't be on a dating site and carried on talking to me when she knew I was looking for more than a one-night fling. I felt hurt, but I guess it's a learning curve. It's easy to fall in love when you are lonely, I guess. And if you're doing the whole online dating thing, then you need to get to know them better first. Well, if you have made it this far in my story, thank you for listening to my experience dating a Thai girl and doing the online thing. Although it couldn't have gone any worse, I still love Thailand. I still go back every chance I get, and I'm still not giving up looking for love. Though I might start looking in other places. Thank you for taking the time to read my story.